Hello, everybody. My name is Evan. Today we are going to be playing, or I'm going to be playing and mostly just talking about Don't Starve Together. There won't actually be any real playing going on. Um, and basically, this is going to be a great video for you to just turn on in the background because there won't be too much to look at visually. I'm just going to be talking. Anyways, I want to talk about my opinions on New Don't Starve, on my favorite character, Warley, and on the new game, probably elsewhere. Don't Starve Elsewhere. Okay, so basically, I mean, I've been wanting to rant about this for a long time. It's just simply the fact that Warley needs to get his skill tree, right? I mean, they have been generous handing out skill trees to every other character in the game except my poor guy right here, right? And it's difficult nowadays without because with all of the new what's it called, post lunar and night shadow endgame stuff. It's I'll give it a little rundown. After you beat the two big bosses at the end of each of the two story paths that there are in this game, you get into a post game or an end game sort of deal where rifts open up and new creatures spawn and the world starts changing around you. And it is this post lunar endgame, post shadow endgame world is really defined by the characters that do have skill trees, right? Because if you don't have a skill tree, you don't have like reliable planar damage buffs, which is what the end games rely on is planar damage, as opposed to regular damage most of the time, just to give just make it give another barrier to entry, right? And so characters without skill trees like Warley, who's my favorite character, really oh my god, sorry, struggles to perform in these end game scenarios just because he doesn't have reliable access to like planar damage buffs, to um I don't know, all these extra buffs that the skill trees give the survivors. Of course, Warley is very powerful with his different um cook cooking things like for example Volco Chafroy plus spicy pepper seasoning. You know, that's always going to be the staple. If you're fighting a wet enemy, you really just can't. I mean, you're really doing so much damage. It's better than Wolfgang, but planar damage really, or the planar defense, I mean, really does eat away at the potential or at the output. You know, so it's really unfortunate for Warley. Furthermore, since you can just change characters and Warley's perks don't rely on you actively playing Warley, just that you have a Warley in your party or in your server, you don't ever have to play him. Like genuinely, you don't have to do runs as him. You don't have to like you don't have to learn how to play him or anything like that. You can utilize his buffs by merely switching to his character, crafting all of the spices, seasoning all the food, and then switching back to Wolfgang, whoever you're playing. In And because of that, there really is no real reason for you to ever like play Warley solo besides liking the character, which is why I play him. And it's quite a shame, and I'd like to see that changed and addressed in his skill tree. More than just making him compatible in the end game, I want to see him become a viable character throughout the entire game. At least that there's a reason to play him over the other characters and just switching to him. That'd be really nice to see. Now I want to talk about the new updates that they have been dropping. Um, my opinion with new Don't Starve, or like recent Don't Starve in the past few years, is like all this cool stuff is awesome. All this new cool stuff is awesome. I love that we're extending the runtime of the game. We're making it longer, but I don't spend the majority of my time playing in this post lunar endgame, post nightmare endgame state, right? Like when you're playing Don't Starve, you spend most of it before that, right? So I when they're focusing like exclusively on the end of the game, it's I don't know, it's kind of hard. I think recently in like the past update or the past or the last the other update before that, they have been coming back and focusing on the meat and potatoes, right? Of the survival, of the everything like that. Um, but I feel like for a while there, they had a problem where they just kept tacking more onto the end, and so like I never really played the new stuff because I'd still just be playing the meat and potatoes. They need it, and they're creating whole other courses instead of putting the gravy on top, if you know what I'm saying. Um, But for a while, I felt like the content was kind of lackluster. But now that they're taking more time with their updates, I do think everything they're dropping is really cool, and I appreciate that. So you'll have to see it with Clay. You know, they always hit. Now, let me think if I had anything else to talk about in that segment. No. Okay, I'm just gonna talk now about Don't Starve Elsewhere, and this is the big in, right? For those who are not in the loop, Don't Starve Elsewhere is the next installation in the Don't Starve franchise that was announced by Clay at the recent some sort of event. I can't even remember. I think it may have been Clayfest or Days of Clay, or maybe it was another like game drop event. I'm not quite sure. But Don't Starve Elsewhere, the next installment, was name dropped, released, the trailer pulled up. It looks pretty cool, pretty different. The one thing that I would say about it is I think so far I prefer the Don't Starve and Don't Starve Together art styles. The art style's a little different in Elsewhere, and I'm not sure if I like it. I don't know. We'll just have to see when the game comes out. Um, I like that they are making it different than Don't Starve Together in single player. It seems like it's a lot more different. Obviously, there's the y-axis. You know, you can go up and down, but also there's the I don't know, just new biomes, new mobs, new everything. So it's cool to see. You love to see it, right? But I just hope my wish is that they don't kill Don't Starve Together like they killed Don't Starve single player when Don't Starve Together came out. When they drop Elsewhere, right? Because for those not in the loop, Don't Starve single player pretty much just died, stopped getting updates, stopped, getting any development. There's been one update, a few updates actually, maybe since I think even Hamlet may have dropped since Don't Starve Together has been released. But for the most part, Don't Starve Together a it's done, right? Clean, packaged, sealed, shipped out. It's done. So they switched their gears to Don't Starve Together after it got dropped or released. So I really like Don't Starve Together. And honestly, there is a lot of content in the game. I feel like they could theoretically end it, but I don't know. Maybe it's just that I'm stubborn and I'm clinging on to my favorite game or whatever, but I don't really want them to do that. I'd like them to keep developing Don't Starve Together. And they stated that they are going to, I feel like they did. I feel like I remember them reading that they stated that they are going to continue to develop both the games at least until Elsewhere drops, obviously. But I don't know. I feel like it'd be a shame if they stopped, if they switched gears to focus exclusively on Elsewhere. I don't know. But oh, a thing I forgot to mention in the new Don't Starve updates thing is the power creep. Every character is getting so strong that it's like I don't know. It makes early game redundant because they have the access to their skill trees and everything from the start. Obviously, the end game is more balanced towards those characters in a way where it feels challenging and fun, but the early games become almost trivial, especially for like a seasoned player. Um, so that is one thing I was hoping that they do more of is making survival more uncompromising. There's a few settings to do that, but at the end of the day, this is an uncompromising survival wilderness game, right? Like, I want some uncompromising survival, and it's gotten pretty easy. Whether it's because I'm really good at the game now, or just because of the power creep, I don't know. And but okay, now uncompromising mod, I feel like some people might know about this mod that it's probably the most popular Don't Starve Together mod, the uncompromising mode mod. That just makes the game more hard, uncompromising. Um, it's not really fun though. I think that's the problem with the uncompromising mod is that it's a lot harder. It's a lot more uncompromising. It's just not actually fun to play. But you know, a lot of the things that they are doing there are pretty cool. There's a lot of good ideas and such. I don't know. I just don't seem to find myself liking it nearly as much as Don't Starve, nor playing it nearly as much, or wanting to play it as much. Anyways, yeah, that's about all I have to say. Thank you for the few people who are going to watch this. I know this is not a popular. I mean, it's like a mid-ball knowledge game. Uh, but yeah, thank you. So, adios. See you in the next one. Love ya.